Okay, in case you are watching for the first time, my name is MC Eberman, aka the Whatever Master, and this is Newplanet TV. And I have a special guest. He goes by the name Mr. Patrick Ogbemudia, the president of the
Edo community.
The president of Edo community in Bergamo. So you're welcome, sir. Welcome to Newplanet TV.
Thank you.
Okay, briefly, we are going to talk about Nigeria. The presidential elections at the corner now. We have just few days to go. So, and it's obvious the PDP and APC, the masses, they are tired of those two parties. To me, if you ask me, I think they are one. It's just like a mother that gave birth to two children, so they both came from the same mother. So, sir, what's your take on this the presidential election that is about to take place soon?
Everybody have his own opinion towards this election that is going to come up now. The masses is expecting a change, and why some are not expecting a change? Why? Because that is where they derive their favor from. So in this coming election, I would use this medium to tell our brother back homes, the Nigerians, that this is the time for them to be conscious of their vote, so that they can use this vote to eradicate problems away from their lives.
Yeah. So, what about this young guy, Omoyele Sowore? Because Omoyele Sowore is a self-trained citizen journalist, and he was the president of the student union at the University of Lagos, and where he studied geography. Then later, I think 1999, he left the country for US to study international and public affairs at Columbia University. But now the guy he wants to become a president, and he has never contested he has never been in politics once. So I don't know, what's your take on that? What's your take on that? Omoyele Sowore?
My take on that is that this young man that is coming to vie for the seat of the presidency in Nigeria, ratification, to my own point of view, he is qualified to have just do so. And in the area that I'm giving him concerned is that he knows most of these Nigeria problems, because he who knows problem knows how to solve it.
Sure.
So because of this, I'm throwing weight on him, and the Nigerians should please give this man a chance to exhibit what he has learned since all those years of his life. Because this was a man that single-handedly created his business without support from nobody, and the business grown worldwide. So with the kind of sense put into that business, the man can do one or two things to turn Nigeria around for the betterment of the people.
Wow.
That's what I say.
Wow. Actually, he's the founder of SaharaReporter.com. 2005, so to speak, he launched SaharaReporter.com. Since then he has been fighting the government, the corrupt politicians who has been stealing from the poor masses. So he has been on this for a very long time. He has been doing all this underground. So the problem now is that I read on the internet, some people say that he does not have the experience to lead the country because you don't understand the people. Then you have to have gone for maybe local government or whatever, not even governor. Why president? Why not start from small? Why not start from the bottom? And this has been the concern, the major talk on the internet.
That of experience is what I'm going to talk about, because if somebody does not work, where will he get the experience from? And perhaps already has the experience in him, because if God chooses to free his people, he will endow in you what you will use in taking the people away from the suffering. Which experience are we talking about? That he has not experience of stealing. The people we said now they have experience that have been there for years now. They are stealing our treasury, siphoning our money. So the experience they are talking about is the experience of stealing. So this man does not have experience of stealing. He has an experience to repair the nation. That is my take on that.
That's very, because it's obvious everybody is tired of PDP and APC. So we need a fresh party, not just a fresh party, a leader, not a dealer. Not a dealer. We need a leader, to lead us to the promised land. Do you understand? So now you are supporting Omoyele Sowore. Now, what are we expecting? Paraventure becomes the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria today. What are we expecting from him?
Good.
Because sorry, I know why I'm saying it, because the problem of Nigeria started long ago. For instance, we having this light problem. It has been there.
Okay. Thank you very much for this question. What we are expecting from Omoyele Sowore is to lay the foundation of Nigeria once again. It does not mean Omoyele is the best man we have in that Nigeria, but is the best man in place to lay the structure of Nigeria from the foundation, because the foundation we build on is built of sand. So we need a concrete foundation to build on. It's only this man that can build it. Why? He has the ability, he has everything in store to make sure that this foundation he lays properly by wiping away the criminals we have in the government and setting Nigeria in a limelight and bringing technology to Nigerians. And one other of his own concern is to see that the masses did not go to bed hungry. So these are the structure that will make Nigeria stand. If the masses are not complaining for food, if the masses are not complaining for structure, for housing, if the masses are not complaining for transport, if the masses are not complaining for light, then the rest is nothing. The rest is no longer a problem. And this is the exact thing this man is coming to do.
Okay.
For the Nigerians.
Thank you very much. On that thing again, very, very important. This Nigeria, you need this thing, godfatherism. It has been there. People used to say you cannot succeed without godfather, without the backup of godfather. Do you think that Sowore will welcome those things, godfatherism and the rest? Without godfather, do you think that he will definitely succeed in this?
I must let you know one thing, that godfatherism is the problem that has placed Nigeria in the corner they are today. What do we understand by godfatherism? Godfatherism is a means of siphoning money without working, commanding the president and the governor in seat. Send me money, so amount money to my account, so oil to his company, so contract to his brother, so things to his family. That are godfatherism aspect of business. They have no contribution to the nation. They are not needed. We are tired of all this godfathering.
Another thing about these godfathers of a team, you have to settle them. Do you understand?
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah, in a monthly basis, there's a certain amount that normally goes to their account.
Yes.
From the Nigeria
Treasury. The Nigeria Treasury. You pay them. What are you paying them for?
So now I want to ask you briefly on Obasanjo, at first when he was president and Atiku was the vice president, and they were able fighting to talk about money, you stole money, you do this, and Obasanjo was against Atiku. But now this same Obasanjo now is campaigning for Atiku. He's telling Nigerians too that Atiku is the best person to lead Nigeria to the promised land. So what's your take on Obasanjo?
You see, I must let us know one thing, that in Nigeria or in Africa, the president are the worst criminal we have. Why do I say this? Without the president did not give a gap, you will not have the access to steal from the treasury, because everything is reported to him as a presiding officer. So if you are challenging his authority, he will say anything against you. Because when you see in that Nigeria, Africa in general, there is no president that is being probed, but they will probe some people that are not obedient to them, that is not their errand boy, for people to see that, oh, actually this government probe is a lie. So you must be very careful on whom you give your vote to.
So in the area of corruption, which have been killing this country, so do you think Omoyele can be able to eradicate, the Omoyele government can be able to eradicate corruption completely from Nigeria?
Yes. If corruption is 100%, Omoyele Sowore can be able to cut it from that 100, at least he can be able to make it about 20. That is, he will conquer 80.
Yeah, at least if we have 20% corruption, at least there's no nation without
corruption. That's why
it's just in Africa is in the higher side.
Yes.
Even in Europe here, there's also corruption.
That is the reason I said if you can cut out 80, where are these 80 to be cut? From the government. From the people that are not working.
Top officials, yeah.
The top officials. The godfather we are talking about. You understand?
Yeah.
So every loopholes whereby the Nigerian treasury is going out, all those areas has to be blocked. I know it's going to be hard because there are people that is going to fight with him.
Sure.
But I know God will stand for him because it's for the interest of the common Nigerians.
Because it's obvious, even the rich are complaining, the poor are complaining, the rich are also complaining. When they affect the poor, it also affect the rich. Not because you're rich and you don't get money, say, no problem. No, it affects everybody. Everybody. You understand? And another thing they say is vice is from the north, from another part of Nigeria. So what's your take on that briefly? I know that guy is very intelligent, guy speaks like Oshowore as well. I've heard him before one of his speech.
Definitely, the vice may come from anywhere. Provided it has the people at heart.
Sure. That's
because we are one Nigeria. I'm a Nigerian man. I have the right to live in the north, the south, west, whichever place I choose to be in Nigeria, I can stay. So whichever person that come out as a president or as a vice, provided it's in Nigeria, he is free to contest and he's free to rule if he wins. But the problem is that have the best of the masses' interest at heart.
If eventually Omoyele becomes the president of Nigeria today, then maybe after we have given him power, and he's now doing something contrary to what the masses expect. So what do you think? After the 4 years, he's not delivered, failed to deliver. So what do you think? We should leave him there to continue or what?
No. If he does so, he cannot eat his cake and have it. The same way we are fighting against the government of Buhari, because what he promised is not what he's doing. So people did not want him there again. Even second tenor, they do cry second tenor. It is not your father's heritage. It is not it's not hereditary that you must do the second tenor. No. When you are not doing things that Nigerians are seeing that is relieving Nigeria from problems, from suffering, you are good as gold to leave that place for person that will come to do what the people need. So if Omoyele will enter and he could not be able to do what he told Nigeria is going to do, I'm very sure he's going to go the same way this Buhari will leave this power.
Wow. So to me, I believe, because I've watched most of his clip, and I believe that guy can deliver because he's highly intelligent and he has something upstairs with the way he's speaking, like Buhari. You understand those ones? It's like they are analog, but this one is digital. We need a digitalized government, system that will, introduce the digital something to the system to move us forward. Not a government that will put us in abject poverty. We don't really need that. You understand? So, thank you so much. Thank you so much, Mr. Patrick. So briefly, I want you to towards the last word to Nigerians. So it means you are advising them to vote Omoyele Sowore for president 2019.
Definitely, my fellow Nigerians, I will advise you, it's for your own good, it's for your own benefit to turn the government around. Because what is happening now in Nigeria is not expected. Things are going worse because we have a bad leaders.
Sure.
A leader that never cares about us. A leader that never knows we exist. I believe if Omoyele Sowore enters, because he has seen the two wars of Africa and Europe countries, European countries, Asia and others, I'm sure he's going to put things in place. I'm very, very sure about that. And mind you me, it is not only Sowore that has the IQ to fix Nigeria. It's even coming with the people that are coming to fix Nigeria together in team. That is what I see. So my people of Nigeria, try by all means, don't sell your vote. Don't let somebody buy your vote. If you are selling your vote, you are selling your future. Without vote, you cannot be able to decide. Without your voter's card, you cannot be able to decide whom you are willing to rule you, to govern over you. So when you are presiding who will rule over you, make sure you choose the right candidate. Somebody like Omoyele Sowore to turn the government for our liking, to make Nigeria great again. Thank you, Nigerians. Okay, my people, that is Mr. Patrick Ogbemudia, and his urging is begging the public to vote Omoyele Sowore for President 2019 because it meant well for the nation. You know, everybody is tired. It's obvious all areas affected. So please don't sell your vote. Your vote is your power. Your vote is your future. Like he rightly said, you've heard it from him. So vote Omoyele Sowore for President 2019. All right. So thanks, nice having you on Newplanet TV. We hope to see you here again, sir. You know, thank you so much. God bless you. It's my pleasure. It's Newplanet TV. Please subscribe on YouTube and follow us on Facebook. Like our page. All right. Do stay out of trouble till we come your way again. Bye for now.